Are y'all ready for some sweet potato casserole? I am. Hash brown casserole's almost done in the oven, so let's get started on some sweet potato casserole. This is my favorite dish, and every one of my kids, this is their favorite dish. This is my bonus mom's favorite dish, and this is my daddy's favorite dish for sides for Thanksgiving. We love sweet taters, and they're good for you. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to get two 29-ounce cans of sweet potatoes. Yes, I'm using canned sweet potatoes. It's easier. And you drain them. So I'm going to dump them in my pan, y'all, just like so. Two 29-ounce cans, drained. Then I got my handy dandy potato masher. Now I'm just going to put some muscle in it, and I'm just going to smush these real good. I'm not going to smush them to where they're mixed fine like mashed potatoes. I'm going to leave them a little bit lumpy. I'll show you as soon as I get them done to the consistency I want. This is the best dish. I love it. All right, let me throw this in my sink. I have done dishes since 6:30 this morning, and it's 12:15. Thank God for my dishwasher and a lot of pods. This is what you want your sweet potatoes to look like. To this, we're gonna add 1 cup of white sugar, 1/3 cup of milk. You can use 2%, you can use whole milk, you can use evaporated, but use one of the three. Then we're gonna add 2 eggs. Throw it in my trash can beside me. Makes life a lot easier having your trash can right here while you're cooking, especially when you're cooking a lot. You're gonna add a teaspoon of vanilla. Make that 2. I don't measure. And some cinnamon. You measure with your heart with your cinnamon. I'm going to use probably about a teaspoon. It'll come out. I have got in this bowl 1 1/2 sticks of melted butter. I'm going to use 3/4 of this. I'm going to keep some of it for my crumble topping. Let me pour this in here like so. And this is real butter. All right. The recipe calls for 1 stick. So we'll say that's 1 stick, right? Let's get this mixed up real good. Oh, it smells like heaven. Anything with cinnamon in it, I think smells like heaven. It's just so yummy. And I can eat this 24/7. We had Hannah's 20th birthday party in October. And she wanted all of her favorite foods. And this was one of them, was the sweet potato casserole. My oldest, Sydney, likes it, but she can't eat nuts. So I always try to make a corner with no nuts for her and for me, since I can't have them right now either. So again, we've got 2 29-ounce cans of drained sweet potatoes mashed, 2 eggs, 1 cup of white sugar, 1/3 cup of milk, 1 stick of butter, teaspoon of vanilla, and some cinnamon. I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna put this in my pan. Easy so far, right? And oh, it smells so good. I do not grease this pan. There's enough butter in it to where you don't need to. And if I ain't got to use it, I ain't gonna use it. All right. I love these little handy dandy spatulas. They're the mini size, and they're just easy to use. I've had my TV on Food Network all day. I think it's just background noise. So there's that. I'm going to put this to the side. We're going to make our crumble topping, and I'm just going to use the bowl that my butter melted in. Let me grab me a fork. We're going to add 1/2 cup of brown sugar, and I'll measure it. We'll say that's a 1/2 cup. And then we're going to add 1/4 cup of flour, and I'm going to measure that too. I'm using White Lily self-rising flour. Ooh, my nose is itching. And a little bit of cinnamon. To 1/2 stick of butter melted. Get this mixed up real good like so. This should be like a paste when you get it all mixed together. And I take mine and I just dump it on the top of my casserole. And if it's not the consistency you want, you play with it. I'm going to add just a little bit more flour to mine. like so. So let's say that's 1/3 of a cup of self-rising flour. Yeah, this is the consistency I want. I don't want it real, real wet. All right. So let's say 1/3 of a cup of self-rising flour, 1/2 cup of brown sugar, 1/2 stick of melted butter, and some cinnamon. And it's gonna look like this. To this mixture, you're gonna add 1 cup of chopped pecans. I'm just gonna dump it in there. Mix it up. You're gonna preheat your oven to 350 degrees. And you're gonna bake this 30 to 45 minutes until it's golden and bubbly brown on top. Everybody's stove's different. Everybody likes theirs different. We like ours to where it's caramelized on top and the brown sugar mixture is kind of crunchy. That's how we like it. That's why I bake mine a little bit more. I've washed my hands and this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take it and I'm just gonna throw it on top, just like so. I bet I've washed my hands 100 times today. Good thing I like Dawn dish detergent. Almost got it. Make sure you get all of it covered as best as you can. Let's see how much time I got left. So today's the last day of school for my boys and for my husband, and they're home the rest of the week. I'm sure come Sunday I'll be ready for them to go back to school the next day. I love them, but whew, sometimes a house full of testosterone drives you crazy. All right. Let me wash my hands. Okay, this is what this looks like, and I'm just going to tell you now, this one is for my family and I tonight. I'm having some supper. I'm making 1 for us and 3 more for other people. And I will use rubber gloves when I put my topping on my sweet potato casserole, just to be on the safe side. But again, I wash my hands constantly. I'm gonna put this in the oven on 350 for 30 minutes, then I'm gonna check it and see if I want it cooked any more on top, then I'll show you what it looks like. Yeah, I just may have to dig into this tonight. This is the completed, finished, hot, out of the oven, sweet potato casserole pecan streusel on top. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, and you see why this is my favorite. I know I've said this every time, but my gosh, this smells just like the holidays. It smells like Christmas. It smells so good. Just look at this. Look at the crumble on the top. This is how you want it. It just makes the best flavor in your mouth. Once you take a bite, it's just gonna burst in your mouth and you're just gonna go, ah, it's here, holidays are here. So go make you and your family sweet potato casserole and enjoy it like my family and I do, because when we make these, I have to make a couple and there's no leftovers. They go fast, and I mean fast. So we just put our broccoli casserole in the oven, and tomorrow morning I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna make some pies because I want my pies fresh. So see you soon, love you, making some sweet potato casserole, y'all. Bye.